Alright, so putting music into the game and sound effects or sound ambience, those are the two tracks that we definitely want to have looping. We'll look at triggering sounds later, but the two sort of basic underlying layers, at least two, is some sort of music happening and some sort of ambient sound. Um, and I'll link to this here, actually we want the newer version of this. But the Unity sound idea is that we have sources and the listener is essentially the camera. And so we'll use that with our pickup sound. But we just need to have two things happening first. I would recommend signing up for Freesound. This is a free sound effect archive. There's some music on here that you can download, different things that sound effects that people put up. There's also if you Google Adobe Audition sound effects, there's an Audition library. It's pretty, nope, not that. Here. There you go. Download sound effects. This is a pretty big library of a lot of different elements, and I would try and get as much of these as possible. I'm going to download this liquid and water. I'm not sure I had that one. And these are, I don't know why they're not included with Audition by default, but they're not. So I'm going to download that and look at what's in that zip file. Now, sound file converting. If you get stuff from Freesound, and these will all be WAV files, but we want to convert them so that they work well with Unity, and this is important especially for the longer sound files like your music and your ambience, which will probably be, maybe a minute, maybe more, that loops. So that'll be a bigger sound file. The sound effects, something that happens and then stops, will be a much shorter sound file and won't be quite as important to convert it. But for instance, I have a soundtrack here. Let's open it. File, open. This MP3, I'm going to open that. And I want to convert it to an OGG, Ogg Vorbis format. That'll be compressed, but higher quality. And so we're going to go ahead and export this file. Make sure that under format, we say OGG, and this is the, just say music, so I know what it is there, and export this. Where is it going? Into that folder. Okay, that's fine. And now back in Unity, I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder for my sound inside my folder. Right, this is critical. I've had to help a couple people with this. Why put all of your stuff in one folder up here? In case something goes wrong with your Unity project, it's a good idea to have it in one folder so you can easily export your work and dump it into a new project in case something goes wrong with the project when you add packages. And so I'm going to call this Farina Audio and open that folder. And then I'm going to bring in the sound file, the OGG file I just exported. So here, okay. I'm going to drag that in. And when you drag it in, it should appear like a waveform. And if you look at the over here, if we play it, we should hear it. Cool. And let's get the other one. The other one I downloaded from Freesound is an underwater ambience. On Freesound, we should be able to hear it. And let's get that in there too. Now this was a FLAC file, a FLAC file. Again, let's convert it to an OGG file. So file, open. Let's go to my downloads. Here it is. Sorry, here it is. Let's open that up. You may not be seeing the spectrogram. Cool. And so let's go ahead and export this file. Export file. Make sure we're in OGG, underwater Ambience OGG. Okay, yes. Depending on how long it is, might take a second to happen. And then let's bring this in here. Same thing. So in this folder, there it is. Bring that in. Cool. Now these will just be playing and they won't be localized, and so we want them to be playing on an object. So up here I'm going to create an empty one for music. And I'm just going to reset it just for the sake of being clean. And I'm going to add an audio source. There we go. And we're going to bring in the music clip. There we go. The music clip. And you want to make sure that this loops and it plays on awake, so that that this is starting when we start the game and continues to loop and continues to play. Our spatial blend, we just want to keep it 2D. We don't need to have any panning, and we don't need to have any 3D sound settings on the music. And that's good. Let's go ahead and one more thing is that we can mix all of these together. And so we're going to right click and create audio mixer. Okay, I'm going to call this submarine audio mixer. There we go. And in my music there, when it says audio mixer, I'm going to say that this should output to here. Let's see. There we go, master. Great. And let's make one more. So create empty. I'm going to call this Ambience. And again, reset it and add the audio source and add this. Make sure it loops, make sure it plays on awake. There we go. And then also that this is going to the master track of the submarine audio mixer. Cool. And so now if you double click the audio mixer, you get kind of a general mixer down here. If we wanted to break these out, we could come in here under groups and say, give us a new group. So this would be music, and one more to, no, we don't want one under that, under master. There we go. This will be Ambience. All right, and let's route these appropriately. And so this is the music, and then this is the ambience. All right, so this is essentially routing them to these two tracks so that we can control them separately. And so now if we hit play, if you want to make some changes while you're in play mode, you have to say edit in play mode. We get our pitch going, Let's see what's going on here. My music is playing just fine. We see that coming through. What's going on with my ambience? Let's look here. It is playing awake. It is loop. We have the sound file there. Let's give it a boost. Let's edit this. Let's check over in our sound files. So over here, here's the underwater ambience. Is this playing over here? No problem there. Let's look again at the audio mixer. Ambience. Ambience. That's on, that's on. There we go. Let's see what's happening here. Why are we not hearing the ambience? Let's see. Audio mixer group. That's all good. We boosted the volume there. Plays fine. And we're in the other mode. Let's resend it here. Ambience. Oh, I think I just clicked this mute button by accident. There we go. I bet that was it. Let's try it again. There we go. That's much better. So now, let's turn this back on. Turn this way down. I'm going to turn the music down. And yeah, this is cool. I've got the underwater ambience happening. Nice. Yeah, so keeping this below. The other thing here is that, you know, I wanted something that was higher frequency music content because the ambience, underwater ambience is going to be like a low rumbling sound. And so here, turning this down, the other thing I might add here is I'm going to add some reverb to the music to make it not quite so lively. And so if we listen here, when you're doing reverb, let's go to edit. Our big sliders here are going to be our reverb level and our dry level. And so let's see here. Let's go. Oh, I just have the object off. Not a good day for checking boxes. All right, there we go. Cool, let's turn this back on. Edit. There we go. And so turning the dry level down is like the unprocessed version. That's the dry version. The wet version is the one that has reverb on it. And so usually you want some dry, but then the reverb there we go. That chills that out just a little bit. Gives it more of a sense of space, especially for being underwater here. Cool. There we go. And so we got that happening now. I got the music underneath the ambience. The ambience is happening. They're both looping. That's on, that's on. And we're both being sent to here. And I put a little bit of reverb on the music. You may or may not need that, depending. If your music is already pretty spaced out, it's probably just going to be a matter of just sort of backing it off so that the ambience is a little more prominent. All right, give that a shot.